Dave, I remember I've been in this business since 1993, and I remember attending what they call charrettes or meetings and brainstorming sessions and stuff with little groups and big groups about a thing called Omaha's Comprehensive Plan. This was 1997.
Correct.
And tell us what a comprehensive plan is.
A comp plan for a city Omaha size, and what ours will do, it's the blueprint of how we want our city to be and what kind of city we're trying to build. Not physically, but not only physically, but what we want it to be to people who want to come here and live here. So it'll lay out the policy for how we develop into the future. It's a 20-year plan. We're committed to doing a 5-year update once this one is approved, which will be early in 2026. So we'll do 5-year plans, updates to that plan every 5 years. But it really is the blueprint. It sets the policy for how the city is going to grow, how we're going to attract talent, how we're going to look, how we're going to feel. It's really that blueprint. It's that policy that sets how we're going to be.
So when we go to omahamunitycode.com and we look up zoning for certain types of zoning, retail, office, industrial,
Yep.
Will those uses change in the comp plan, or is that something different?
So it's different. So this comp plan effort, like you mentioned, we haven't updated our comp plan since 1997. We will be done with this one early 2027, sorry. So it's that policy. Municode.com, the zoning code is how you make that policy work. So we're going to establish new policy, probably reinforce old policy that's worked out really good for Omaha. The next step after the comp plan is approved by City Council is to rewrite a zoning code. So that zoning code dates back to 1987. It hasn't sat on a shelf. We've made changes. We've kept up with industry amendments to the comp plan and to the zoning code. But the next step is we'll set the policy with the comp plan, and then we'll get into the nuts and bolts of the zoning code afterwards.
I remember hearing probably 20 years ago that we only have 20 years of land, or what is it, the Elkhorn River?
It's the ridge line between the Missouri River watershed or the Papillion Creek watershed and the Elkhorn watershed.
Okay, so are we running out of land?
We are every single day. So yeah, I did that study 20 years ago for the department, and then we had about 35 years. Right now we're projecting everything east of the Elkhorn ridgeline. We do have about 20 years left. So we've known this for a long time. I've said this before, probably on this show, that we've known this for the last 20 years when we did that first study. And so we can't wait until we get to that ridgeline with the last development and then say, okay, now what? So instead of growing, we have to think about how we grow vertically instead of horizontally. And we're doing that, and that's what this comp plan's about, is how to use the remaining farmland that we have, how we best use that, but also how we densify and continue to build Omaha's tax base.
We need to take a break, but I want to take 1 minute so I can drive Bill crazy on the board. Give us and I know maybe we'll talk about it a little bit after the break, but affordable housing, that's a big initiative in the mayor's office and in city planning now.
No doubt, and yeah, we'll probably talk about that after the break, but it's a priority. We've known for a few years now that just like a lot of cities across the country, that we are woefully short of housing and affordable housing. So we inside City Hall have been working on, and will continue to work on how we can tackle that crisis and what we can do to help the affordable housing issue we have in Omaha.
It is topical, is affordable housing.
Sure.
And tell us your involvement in that and how Mayor Ewing's initiatives are going.
So yeah, like we mentioned previously, we have a great need for more housing in the Omaha metropolitan area, and it's been an issue for a while. We've worked on it. We're continuing to work on it. When Mayor Ewing took office, he formed a number of task forces, and one of them was affordable housing. He asked me to chair that task force. We actually are meeting for the first time next Thursday. A good group of people. I've got about 8 or 9 people on my task force, and we're gonna get that task force together to come up with ideas on what the city can do for affordable housing and how we can help that issue. also how the private development community and those in the business can help us with that. So we're going to do those task force together, and we're going to put some things together for discussion. And I imagine it's going to take 9-10 months or something like that to come up with some solutions, and we're going to move some affordable housing forward in Omaha.
So in about 30 seconds that we have left, tell us about how private developers partner with the city to create some affordable housing.
Yeah, so, how they partner with us, what we've tried to do at the city is put policy and codes into place that make it easier for those private companies to build affordable housing. The city can't control the price of land. The city can't control the price of labor. And we can't control the market. We can't control the price of building materials. But what we can do is we can put policy in place that allows private developers to put more housing units on the market, because the more units we can put on the market, it will help bring down the overall cost.
And kudos to the Lozier Foundation for buying the bonds, $40 million.
That's
and,
fantastic.
And Front Porch is going to distribute that money.
They're going to administer the money. Yeah, we're going to work with Front Porch on that. It's great.
That's an exciting thing, and I really appreciate you coming on, Dave Fanslau.